Today we're going to be discussing section 1.1, which is all about expressions and variables. And our main objective today is to learn to evaluate and write variable expressions. So we're going to start out with some definitions. Our first definition is numerical expression, which is, so a numerical expression consists of numbers and operations. So you've all encountered these. For example, a numerical expression might be something like 2 plus 2, or maybe 15 divided by 5 times 10. As long as it has numbers and operation symbols, that is a numerical expression. So our next definition is a variable, which I'm sure you all have heard of. A variable is a letter, or any symbol really, used to represent one or more numbers. So some common ones are, X, Y, A, B. Those are some common variables. Really, you can use any letter or symbol. All right, the next definition is variable expression. Okay, a variable expression consists of numbers, variables, and operations. Okay, so some examples of variable expressions might be, 4A, because that means 4 times A. It's got a number, an operation, and a variable. Or maybe something like X plus 7, operation, variable, number. That's a variable expression. Okay, next we're going to do our example problems. And here's the first one. It says, evaluate the expression 3 times b when b equals 90. Evaluate the expression 3 times b when b equals 90. Okay, an important thing to note in algebra is try not to use the X symbol for multiplication. Try to always use the little dot. That way you don't confuse it with the variable X. So that's why I put 3 and the little dot B. That means 3 times B. Okay, so here's a little side note of how we're going to solve this. We are going to substitute the number for the variable and evaluate the resulting numerical expression. So substitute the number for the variable and evaluate the resulting numerical expression. All right. So our variable expression we were given was 3 times b. It's now going to become 3 times 90 because they told us b was 90. So I substituted. And then simply evaluate that numerical expression. So 3 times 90, well, I know 3 times 9 is 27. So 3 times 90, 270. And I'm done. All right, so that was an example of a variable expression with just one variable. Now we'll look at one that has 2 variables. All right, so here's example number 2. And so this one is an example of 2 variables. So we'll say evaluate the expression when x equals 9 and y equals 5. Okay, so we're going to do a couple with these given values here. All right, so part A, let's say we were asked to evaluate x plus y. Well, I know x is 9, so I'm going to substitute 9 in for x, and I know y is 5. So rather than x plus y, I now have 9 plus 5. And I simply evaluate that. So 9 plus 5 is 14. That would be my answer. All right, part B. Let's say I was asked to evaluate xy, which really means x times y. When there's nothing in between the variables, we assume it's multiplication. So x again is 9, y is 5. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 5. This is another way of representing multiplication. I could put parentheses or I could put the dot symbol indicating multiplication. Either one means just multiply 9 times 5, and that's going to give me 45. And I'm done.